Okay, so we continue with our Kitzur Shulchan Aruch class. Today's class number 61, and we start with Sefer Chofetz Chaim. And today's subject is initiated and Din Torah. Okay. The Torah requires that monetary disputes be adjudicated by a Beis Din, rabbinical court. It is permissible to exert social pressure on an individual to convince him to agree to participate in a Beis Din, in a Din Torah, court case, before the Beis Din. However, social pressure that could cause embarrassment is not option if the person in a category of amisecha, your fellow. A person who let's try to explain the situation. So basically, one Jew owes another one, and he does not want to pay back. So the first one, the lender want to take this borrower to the Beis Din, and the borrower does not want to go. So they say it's allowed to put social pressure, exert social pressure, not to embarrass him, but I think that the way it works, they send them like official invitation to come to the Beis Din. I think few times. I'm not sure, maybe even 3 times. Okay. However, social pressure could cause. Okay, we said that. So especially when they say if he is amitecha. So amitecha, we said the time before last. So it's your brother, your fellow, right? So if he's not your fellow, that's a different story. But my understanding is if he's not your fellow, he does not care. So meaning he's not going to care even if he comes to the Beis Din. So he's not going to carry out the whatever they say. Okay.
Rabbi, question.
Yeah.
But let's say you didn't take him to Beis Din and he's not paying you back. You're not allowed to socially pressure him.
So only when the Beis Din allows you, then you can. So I mean that you see they usually when they invite when give you they give you permission to invite this guy 3 times. Well, I think that they can give you permission to take him to secular court.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So if they give you permission to take him to a secular court, there is no need to embarrass him.
Understood.
I mean, it is an issue of him disregarding the Beis Din, for sure. It's like disrespect of the Beis Din. But it's a different story. Okay.
But let's say he doesn't go to Beis Din, and let's say Beis Din didn't say anything. It's not like Mamish didn't say anything because they.
No. They would say they would announce. Let's say it's a local guy in all of the local shows that we invited this guy. He did not come.
Oh, okay. So you're not allowed to publicly embarrass him. Beis Din is.
Yes.
Okay.
Because why he disrespects Torah, right? That's what they call it, Din Torah.
Mm-hmm. Understood.
Okay, so it's not like it's not he didn't insult the individual, he insulted the whole Beis Din. A person who erroneously believes that he is justified in taking someone else's money must be set straight. But he is not a mumar, rebellious sinner. So he's not. So there's a problem with that, but he's not rebellious sinner, basically. Embarrassment is not a recourse. But one may discuss the matter with anyone who can influence a person and explain that the person is involved in a monetary dispute and should be persuaded to come before the Beis Din. So on one hand, you're not allowed to embarrass him. On the other hand, you can talk to his uncle, his father, his brother, his I don't know who, so to pursue them to go to the Beis Din. Maybe his boss, I don't know.
Question. So let's say I didn't go to Beis Din yet, but I want to take him to Beis Din, but he says, no, I'm not coming. Okay? So you think to yourself, okay, listen, he's not going to come, so there's no point of me going to Beis Din first. So in this situation where I didn't yet go to Beis Din, am I allowed to tell his uncle or his father to make him agree to Beis Din?
Yes.
Understood.
No, but you're not coming. First they have to like get his agreement to come. So they give the dates. I don't know, November 3rd, 7 p.m. He said, I cannot come. I have class. I have this. I have that. Right. So they have to agree on a date.
So, bottom line, I'm allowed to pressure him even before I go to the Beis Din. I mean, again.
No. I mean to pressure him to agree to come to the Beis Din. Yeah, absolutely. I know pressure. I mean, it's not pressure. You're trying to talk to other people who can help you. Yeah, in some sense. Yeah, you're right. To pressure him to agree to come. Yeah, but
not publicly pressure.
No. I mean, most of the time he's going to get even angry and I'm not going to listen. I understand. Okay. So, and continue. Unlike an individual, a Beis Din may publicize the fact that the individual refuses to abide by its ruling or has ignored summoning summons to appear before it. So even if Beis Din said that you have to pay him $5,000, whatever amount is that, and this guy said, I'm not going to pay. So basically he came, but he's not very happy with the outcome. So in this case, they also allowed to publicize. As I previously mentioned, social pressure is often only a means by which rabbinical court can enforce the decision. So basically they say, so this person disrespect Beis Din and you're not allowed to him in your shul. You understand? So that's the thing. Okay, we stop here. David, you good? It's something going on? Yeah.
I'm writing notes.
You're not writing notes. Okay, sorry. Okay. All right. So let's start meaning continue. So we are on Simon 19, number 5. And our big topic is laws regarding Mashif Aruch, Tal Umotai. Right? So all of these seasonal additions that we do. Okay, Sif number 5. In the blessing Birchas Hashanim, years of prosperity, which begins with Baruch Aleinu, we ask HaShem to bless the agricultural cycle of the year. Okay, so it's a year of prosperity. The text of the blessing changes according to the needs of the season. In the winter, we ask for rain blessing, right? And we recite, and give us dew and rain for blessing on the face of the earth.
Rabbi, which halach is this and which 7?
It's 19.5.
Thank you.
19.5. So okay, so in the winter we say they give us dew and rain for the blessing and on the face of the earth. In summer we say simply and give us blessing. Okay, so in the summer that's not, now it's still considered to be summer. Believe it or not, now it's I mean for this halacha that the year is broken into two seasons, summer and winter. So now it's until I think December 4th, it's still summer. Okay, so so in the winter we say the dew and rain. In the summer we say only give us blessing. Okay, this year delineates the day in which on which each of these recitation begins. Okay, so let's see. So basically, when according to the Kitzur, apologize. According to halacha, when the summer begins, when winter begins. Okay, we begin to recite the words V'tal Mutar in the Marif prayer on the 60th day after the day of Tikufa of Tishrei occurs. All right, so we're going to read commentary and explain what does it mean. So for now we know that it's something in Tishrei, And from that day of Tishrei, we count 60 days. Okay, so this that's how we know when to start. So Tikkufa of Tishrei commentary. This refers to the halakhic designation of the date of the autumnal equinox, right? Equinox, which falls in a Tishrei. In this century, the day of the halakhic autumnal equinox occurs on October 7th or 8th. October 7th or 8th, this equinox, right? And from this day, so they say clearly in this century. In this century, meaning in this century. I'm not sure what was in this century. I mean, in 21st century, yes, yeah, okay, I apologize. In 21st century, it's going to be on the 7th or 8th. Okay, continue. The day of which the day in which Tikkufa occurs is counted as the first day of the 60. Shulchan Aruch 117, Mishnah Brura, see there, okay. See appendix of Kitzur editorial glosses, see 6, okay. It says that according to one opinion, the recitation begins 60 days from the time of the day of Tikkufa occurred. This day is based on the time the train becomes necessary in Babel. Right? So Babel, it was Babylon, right? So it was where most of the Jews live in diaspora. The city of diaspora in the time of Mishnah and Gemara. All countries aside from Eretz Israel follow this date. So on Eretz Israel, one date, and all of the country in exile, it's actually different date, right? In Eretz Israel, when rain is needed earlier than in Babel, they begin reciting Talmud Motor in the Marif that begins 7th of Heshvan. 7th of Heshvan, so it's a long time ago, right? Okay. See Shulchan Aruch 171, Mishnah Brura there. Okay. Regarding the proper recitation for one who lives in Eretz Israel but travel outside of Eretz Israel, or vice versa, see Mishnah Brura there. Okay. So I think if he's not resident, if he did not move to a different country and he's just visiting, so he conducting himself as he's Israeli. I mean, like he's in Israel. So also Igros Moshe, Orach Chaim, let's say paragraph 1 or 2, who writes that one who travels out of Eretz Israel, who is either planning to return within one of the year, or still has a wife and children in Eretz Israel, should recite Talmud Motor according to the custom of Eretz Israel. So basically, Rabbi Moshe said, if it's less than a year, or he has a wife, so for sure he basically returns. He's not going to change his mind, I hope. So he goes by Israeli customs. Except in the area that does not yet have the need for rain at the time such as Babel. Okay. But in all our areas where we live, I mean, it does not make a difference. Rains, no rains, I mean, it's all good, I think. Okay, so let's summarize it. So in all of the countries of diaspora, we say 60 days after this equinox, right, including this day, and equinox in this century they say on October 7th and 8th. Okay. Continue.
Wait, Rabbi, you said we say on the 7th and 8th, right?
No. We count 60 days from 7th or 8th of October.
Okay. So it's going to be the 5th or the 6th, right? That's the.
It's going to be 4th or 5th of December.
So what's it called? My mafarshim over here and my Kitzur, right? They say that since this was written in 1899, right? These dates were valid back then, but from 1900 until 2100, it's going to be December 5th on a regular year and December 6th on a leap year. And I have what's at the Mitsuda. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the name of the company.
So,
Yeah, Kitzur.
one second.
I don't know why.
So, okay. So when your book was published again? I think. What? Say it again.
When was it published? The book, you said?
Yeah.
1899, as far as I understand. Yeah.
No.
Until the year 1899. My bad. The dates are okay until 1899.
Okay, what I just read, what I just read, the commentary. This copyright is 2008. So this commentary is actually from.
Oh, you're talking about that. Okay, I hear. One second.
And if you see that it says, December 4th and 5th.
Really? In article it says that?
Yeah, the article see that.
Understood. Okay, very interesting. Okay, thank you.
Okay, continue. Same halacha, but continue. This day coincides with the 4th or 5th day in the month of December on the civil calendar. On December preceding the February, with 29 days, a civil leap year. The 60th day falls on the 5th of December. On all other years, it is on the 4th of December. See further note. Okay, so continue. It continues. Okay. So no, I apologize. So this sentence one more time. I missed one commentary. This coincides with the 4th or 5th day of the month of December of the civil calendar. So commentary saying, after the year of 1900s, the correspondence of the 60th day from the TIKKUN on the civil calendar shifted by 1 day after 1900. The 60th day now corresponds to the 5th and 6th of December. Why I said 4th? Okay, because it says okay, 5th and 6th of December. Another modification will occur in the year to 2100, when the 60th days will be on the 6th and 7th of December. Note that the day being discussed here is the 60th days from TIKKUN, since the recitation of Alu Mutar begins with the Marif of the previous night. We say that between the years of 1900 and 2099, we begin reciting Alu Mutar in the evening of December 4th. Okay, that's how I know it's 4th. Okay, so I apologize for all this confusion. or 5th, which is in the evening before the 60th day from TIKKUN, which falls on the 5th, 6th of December. So let me explain before we start questions. Let me explain what it says here. So it is true. It is 5th and 6th of December. It is true. It does not change the fact. But 5th of December, 5th of any day, any month, actually starts going on in the midnight, right on the midnight. But our day start from the nightfall before. So nightfall before, let's say, I don't know, in December, it could be 6 p.m. Let's say, right? 6 p.m. is the nightfall in December. So 6 p.m. is for them. It's still December 4th. You understand that? So that there is no contradiction. You say on December 4th because that's where the first our day starts, right? But actually, it's for them it's the December 5th. You understand? But the December 5th starts from a previous night. Make sense or not? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't say. So I mean, they have different dates, but there is no contradiction. Okay, so continue. It continues to be recited until Pesach, at which point the same beracha is recited in place. Okay, in its place. So until the Pesach, and during the Pesach we switch. So commentary beginning with the Marif, which begins with the first day of Chol HaMoed. So first day of Chol HaMoed. So after the two holidays, okay. All right. So we start one more time on the December 4th or 5th. Depends if so. We go by not by the lunar calendar, right? But the sun calendar. All right. Okay. So continue. Next, see if number 6. So it says, if person erred in the winter season and he did not recite a Talmud Mutter, if he realized his error before he concluded with a blessing, Marech Hashanim, so meaning for good years, who bless the years, okay, who bless the years, then he should say at that point the same Talmud Mutter, Levracha al Penei Ha'adama, and continue the blessing with Sabenu, etc. Then he concludes the blessing as usual.
Wait,
Okay.
just to clarify. So if we forgot it, right? Until what's it called? Until the end of the 6th bracha, right? Until the end of the same bracha, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, exactly.
And okay, so we can until the end of the 6th bracha, we can say the same exact sentence, right? And then end off with the same exact way, right? Okay, understood.
Correct. Yes. So 33. So let me read the comment. Should continue the blessing with the words, and satisfy us from your bounty, and bless our year like the best years, and conclude the blessing as usual. Okay. So meaning that he should he started saying in the middle of that sentence that we just read, there is no problem. He should stop. He should read this this thing that he missed, and then he read the last sentence and he makes bracha. Okay. So that's I guess it's the first scenario. There is a way out, right? Continue. If he did, yeah.
So we say basically, let's say I'm at the very end before we say blessed are you, HaShem, bless the years, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I simply say and give dew and rain for a blessing, or then I say blessed are you, HaShem, who blesses the years.
No. Last sentence you must. It's conclusion of blessing. You must say.
Yeah. I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying I say and give dew and rain for a blessing, right? What we
yes, and then what's that? So you said that, and then you say and satisfy us from your bounty.
Oh, that's part of the same sentence that we missed.
No,
right?
no. It's it's like you already missed it, but you have to go like like before the blessing. You have to say satisfy us with your bounty.
Okay, after I say and give dew and rain.
Exactly. Yes.
Then I conclude, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So basically, it's not like this independent statement, like not related statements. So you have to like make them connected. Okay. So continue. So I mean, this is easy, easy solution because he remembered on time. Okay, but it's not always the case. So continue. If he did not realize his error until after he had concluded the blessing, okay, he should continue on with the prayer. And in the middle of the blessing, Shema Kaleinu, hear our voice. After reciting the word Reikam al Teshivenu. Do not turn us empty-handed. He should recite the blessing the same Umatar Levracha.
Rabbi, which bracha is Shema Koleinu? What's it in English, and which bracha is it?
Shema Koleinu, hear our voice.
Got it.
It's when it's I'm not sure. I apologize. I don't know the count, but it's hear our voice. It's where you can ask for parnasa, for some other things where you need. Right, hear our voice. Shema Koleinu. So there is a commentary. In Nusach Sfard, they recite, "Be gracious with us, answer us, and hear our prayer." So as we said, there is the only tiny difference between Nusach Sfard and Ashkenaz and Shmonesu, tiny. Okay. So if he finished this blessing about the years, and he completed the blessing and did not say this blessing about the rain, so he goes to hear our voice, right? Shema Koleinu. He goes to hear our voice and said that, and in our school they put a circle next to it, right? So circle means that you can add something. Okay.
Rabbi, question. So over here, when we say it, right? And give doing rain for a blessing, we also say satisfy us from your bounty, or we don't say that?
No. That's it. So it's only apology. It's only in if you remember in blessing about the years, but here it's it's only in independent blessing that you ask.
Understood.
Okay. Even if he did not remember at the point of Shema Koleinu, so he's a second point, right? Shema Koleinu, but only after he already said the Baruch Atah in the conclusion of the blessing, as long as he did not say name of HaShem, he can say the same Talamutar Levrach at this point, and continue with Ki Ata Shomei Tefillah. Okay, so very interesting. So he's in the blessing of the hear our voice, right? And he's at the end of the blessing. So he said Baruch Atah, bless are you, right? And in this case, he can say this thing about this rain. Yeah, you understand? And then continue and finish with the one who hears our prayers. Yeah, go ahead.
So okay, so let's say we say we said Baruch Atah, then we say give to rain and a blessing, and then we say again Baruch Atah Hashem.
No. That's it. You just continue.
Wait, so you say Baruch Atah? No, I'm saying you say Baruch Atah without the Hashem, right? We say Baruch Atah, okay?
Oh, one second. I apologize. You're right. 1 second. Okay. As long as he did not say name of Hashem, he can say the same Talamutar Lebracha at this point and continue with Ki Ata. You're right, but let's continue reading. I mean, that does not make sense. You're right. However, if he did not remember until the after, no. It's okay. That's a different case.
So you don't think it means that you say Baruch Atah Hashem afterwards?
Does not say that.
Because if you say Baruch Atah, give rain for a blessing, and then you say Malach.
Right, I mean, I would say it makes sense, but that's not what it says here. It's not.
Right. Okay.
So it says as long as he did not say the name of Hashem, he can say all of this thing at that point and continue with the Ki Ato Shomei Tefillah. So basically, he does not say the name of Hashem. According to this.
So what's Ki Ato? What's that in English? Ki Ato Shomei?
Instead of Shemay. Shemay is guardian, right?
Guarding.
No, what I take? What does your siddur say? Shemay. No, Shemay is here, the one who hears our prayer. I think Shemay.
Oh, okay. So basically, let's say we say blessed. Oh, okay. I'll explain to you why. At least I think so. Because if we say, okay, so do we say and gives dew rain and dew and rain for a blessing, or do we say who gives dew and rain for a blessing? Which one do we say at that point? Who or and?
Who?
We say who. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we
say and I'm sorry, and the same, right?
Okay. So then I'm not so sure. But if we say blessed are you, maybe that already counts as the end, as if we blessed HaShem. I don't know. That's the only answer I could think of. So ki ata shameya means you who hears prayer. Got it.
Okay, so I mean, based on what it says here, so you don't say Hashem's name basically. You skipped it and you don't say it, the way I understand. I mean, okay. However, if he did not, so okay, next scenario. So he missed it. Remember, until after he had concluded the blessing Shomei Tefillah. So he finished that paragraph also. Then he must go back to the beginning again, from the blessing Borech Aleinu.
What's Borech Aleinu in English?
Okay, let me read the commentary. Borech Aleinu is that's blessing for the years, I think. Right, Baruch Aleinu. Shulchan Aruch 117.5 writes that if he concluded the blessing of Shomei Tefillah and did not yet begin the blessing of Ritzei. Ritzei is about the about the temple, right? Ritzei. He should recite V'sein ala mutar umutar right there, and then begin Ritzei.
Rabbi, question. I asked you in regards to Reb Moshe and Mishnah Berurah and so on. Yes, the last time we had a lesson. Yes. But in regards to, let's say I had Shulchan Aruch and Kitzur, which one do we follow?
I don't know. Okay, so to be clear, since it is still recording, right? So we follow Mishnah Berurah. So I mean, we follow Mishnah Berurah. Mishnah Berurah is more authority than Kitzur.
I hear, but I'm saying over here, let's say I only know Shulchan Aruch and I know Kitzur, right? I only know those two opinions because I only read this article, right? Then what do I do?
That's a tough call. I mean, this Mishnah Berurah was after Kitzur.
Yeah.
You understand? So he concluded. So you cannot say, okay, this is not counted. So many times they it's not like they contradict each other. So this when Shulchan Aruch says there is an opinion like this, so Kitzur would say we have to follow this opinion.
When I say Shulchan Aruch, I mean without Mishnah Berurah, I mean straight Yosef Karo, Rabbi Yosef Karo.
We don't go by Yosef Karo. We go by the Ashkenazim go by Rema.
Oh, okay. So when over here it's the Shulchan Aruch, we mean Mishnah Berurah, right?
No. When it says Shulchan Aruch, it means Shulchan Aruch. But sometimes Rema, Ashkenazi Catholic, does not agree with Shulchan Aruch. He explains Shulchan Aruch.
Okay, so then this is my question, because we don't have Mishnah Berurah over here, for example. We follow Rema or Kitzur. That's because now I don't have the Mishnah Berurah, so I don't know.
Exactly. Yes. So we can follow Kitzur. Yes.
Follow Kitzur. Okay, understood. Sure.
Okay, so continue. So Shulchan Aruch says, okay, so according to let's explain our situation. So he finished this blessing for the years. Forget. I apologize. He finished this blessing for hear our voice, right? Hear our voice. And so Kitzur say go to the blessing of the years, right? But Shulchan Aruch says no. You can, if he did not start the next blessing, he can say this verse. We're saying alamutar, right there, and then go to the next blessing. So in between the blessings. Okay, so I mean the difference is not. Shulchan Aruch, I would say he's more lenient than Kitzur in this case, right? He allows you to repeat. But Kitzur said no, you have to go back to the beginning. Baruch Aleinu. Got it? Continue. Make sense or not?
Yes.
If he did not remember until after recited the verse Vayhu Leratzon, etc., and at the conclusion of Shmona Esrei, he must go back to recite Shmona Esrei prayer from the beginning. So let me read the commentary and we're going to explain. Even if he did not take the 3 steps back, for the further discussion, see appendix of Kitzur in Torah glosses. See also regarding one who forgot al Talamutar during the Mariv Shmona Esrei. Okay, so let's try to understand. So now he didn't say Veihuretzon. Veihuretzon, it's may be your will, right? And at the end of Shmona, so you finish blessing for peace, right? The blessing for the peace. It's that's how you conclude the last blessing in the Shmona Esrei, and then you say Veihuretzon, right? So it's like independent sentence. So, but after he said this, that's a conclusion of Shmona Esrei. That's it, official. So he has to go back completely to the beginning of Shmona Esrei. Make sense? Okay, so it's the strictest. But basically, as we see, the Kitzur discusses several solutions. It depends exactly where he remember. But now he completely forgot, so he has to back and play Shmona Esrei again. Okay, so let's see next CF number 7. So all of this that we just discussed, it's about winter season. Now we're going to summer season. One who erred in a summer season and recited Talamutar, right? So wrong blessing, summer season. As long he's still in the middle of Shmona Esrei, he should go back and start from the beginning of the blessing with Baruch Aleinu. Okay, so if he's in the summer, right? It's summer, like now. Now it's summer, and he by mistake he said this blessing for winter. So there is no fixing he can simply say that the blessing for the summer, and that's it. No, he has to go back to the beginning of this blessing for the years and say it again from the beginning. I mean, it's not a lot. I mean, it's not a big deal. However, if he, go ahead.
A question in regards to I'm not sure if we mentioned it. In regards to last time we learned Kitzur and we said who makes the wind blow and brings down the rain. We can't go back to the second bracha. We have to mamish restart the. Oh wait, let's say we can't go back to the second bracha. If we read the whole second bracha, we can't go back to the second one.
To the beginning? No. If he finished the second one, so he goes to the beginning. You remember we said there, it's like all 3 of them. It's like one unit. So he goes to the beginning of the unit. Remember we said that?
Yeah. Understood. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So but here, I mean, so the case in previous year, we said if he forgot, he did not say anything. We did not say he said wrong thing. He did not say. So when he did not say, he can add in many places. You understand? But here he saw the wrong one. So it's a totally different case. So he cannot say like different. So he has to start from that blessing for the years and say correct thing for the summer. However, he did not realize his mistake until after he cited the verse of Yehul Leratzon. I mean, in this last verse after the Shmona Esrei, at the end of the Shmona Esrei, exactly. He must go back to the beginning of Shmona Esrei prayer. That's it. So if he finished Shmona Esrei, he goes to the beginning. So I mean, you see, if you remember this rationale, how halacha works, you can remember things even without all the details. If you know only rationale, you would be able to derive it yourself. So meaning missed completely, right? Or I just said wrong thing. Okay, continue. Sif number 8. If after one has prayed, he's unsure whether he recited Mashiach Aruch or not. That's a good thing. Okay, we discussed it last time, right? Then the halacha is as follows. So let's see. Before we continue, there are a few commentaries. So one more time from the beginning with commentaries.
Rabbi.
Yeah.
Mashiach Aruch once again is the second bracha. We're talking about the second bracha now, right?
Yes.
Okay, understood.
Yes, sorry. Yes, it's if after one has prayed, he's unsure. Okay, commentary. This halacha applies to one who becomes unsure immediately after completing his prayer. Yeah, you said so. I mean, he should have remembered. He just finished. I don't know, 30 seconds ago. However, one who knew that before he began prayer, he had in mind to recite the appropriate phrase, whether Mashiach Aruch Tol Motor or the like, right? So I mean, he even opened and he put his finger in there, stuff like that, right? And sometime after the Shmona Esrei, and sometime after his Shmona Esrei, cannot remember if he indeed said it correctly, and need not to repeat Shmona Esrei. Mishnah Brura 114:38. So it's very interesting. So if he had his mind on what he needs to say, right? What I do, I'm going to tell you the trick. What I do, I put a sticky note there. So something like that would catch my attention. Okay, sticky notes. I mean, maybe I have to say something different, and I remember what to say. Makes sense?
Yes. Question. So in regards to, we say he has to say it 90 times properly because 30 days.
We didn't get to that.
Okay.
Let's but it's coming up. You're right. It's coming up. So now, okay. So let's try to summarize. So he just finished praying, and he's not sure if he said it or not. So we said if he had in mind to say it, he had in mind explicitly to say it. Well, how to say to have in mind? So, for example, this Gabbai sometime for the first, I don't know, maybe 3 days, 4 days. Gabbai or Rabbi usually reminds everybody, right? Somebody would bank on a desk and say Mashiach Aruch multiplication. Okay.
Rabbi. So one thing. Let's say if we had in mind before the Shemona Esrei, correct? That's what we said. Okay.
Yes.
What if, because this happens to me and my Yitzhar right away, after I said the second bracha, you didn't say you said it. Now the thing is, during the first bracha, right? During the first bracha even, I always remember that I have to say who makes the wind blow and makes the rain descend. Does that count as good? Even though it was during the Shemona Esrei?
Yes. So you had explicit intention to say it. So after you finish and you, for example, you're in the middle of Shmona Esrei and you did it say it? Okay, so if you had in mind before you got to that bracha to say it, so and if you're not sure, so most likely that you did say it. You understand? I mean, of course, it's not 100% proof that you did it, but at least, I mean, we have to like draw the line, right? There is expression up to here. Like, don't do all of this $1 million. Okay, so one more time the sentence from the beginning and this context. If after one has prayed, he's unsure whether he recited Masha Faruach or not. If it was in a summer and he knew that he did recite it, or it was in a winter and he knew that he did not, he would have to repeat the Shmona Esrei. Note that according to the custom in which Morid Hatal is recited throughout the summer, he should not have to repeat Shmona Esrei, since even if he recited Morid Hatal, he fulfilled his obligation. Okay, as we said before, right? This is so, see Mishnah Berurah 114:35 and 27. This is so even if it was within the 30 days of the change to Marit Hageshem. So these 30 days, as you said, it's 100 times.
Yeah,
right?
Rabbi. So my question is like this, because I have in parentheses, I think you might have said it, that it has to be 90 times that you said it properly, okay?
I mean, even if he forgot and fixed himself, I mean, that's it. That's considered to be proper.
Sorry. So I completely agree with you. My question like this. During the first bracha, we can't have any strange thoughts. So if I had an exterior thought during the first bracha, right? Does that count as properly still or no?
No, I'm not sure why saying the first bracha. We're talking about this Mashiach Faruch Morid Hageshem.
I'm agreeing.
Why saying first bracha? Explain.
I'm about to tell you. Over here it says specifically that you must have prayed 90 times properly. Okay, you must have done Shmonos properly. It's in halacha that during the first bracha you have to have your kavanah completely on this. I'm saying my kavanah isn't completely on this. Does that count as not properly?
I think it still counts as properly.
Okay.
I mean, if you say all the words, so sometimes I have this problem to concentrate, right? So I say at least I can say all of the words out loud. No, not very loud, but at least so I can hear, like louder than usual. So, but since Baruch Hashem, we have everybody separated, everybody stands very far from each other. So even if you say a little louder, so no, it does not bother anybody.
Understood.
Yeah, in a sense. So and it helps with concentration.
Understood. Thank you.
So okay, so all right. So let's try to understand. So he did not. Let's read one more time and we explain. If it was a summer, and he knew that he did recite it, meaning the winter edition, right? Or it was a winter, and he knew that he did not. So basically, he said this verse even he was not supposed to, right? Or he did not say when he was supposed to say. So basically, he did something wrong, right? He would have to repeat the Shmona Esrei. That's a verdict. Note that according to the custom of which Morid Hatal, meaning of this Jew, right, is recited throughout the summer, he would not have to repeat Shmona Esrei. Okay, so which is good. Since even if he recited Morid Hatal, is fulfilled his obligation. Okay, so continue. One more time the whole sentence. If after he has prayed, he is unsure whether he recited Mashiach Baruch or not, then the halacha is as follows. If it was 30 days after the time of the change, so meaning that we discussed before, so that he already prayed 90 times with appropriate phrase, he is assumed to have prayed this time as well, according to this habit, following the appropriate wording. Okay. So let's read the commentary. So basically 90 times plus a Shabbos, right? So on Shabbos you have Musa. No, Musa do say no. We don't say it Musa. No. We do say this. Why was it's second blessing? Of course we say it in Musa. So it's not 90 times. It's I don't know, a lot. Okay, go ahead. What is it?
So it has to be a Shemona Esrei, which has that bracha inside of it.
No, it's always. I apologize for conclusion. It's always because it's second blessing. We're not talking about. We're not talking about the blessing of the years. We went back to the second blessing. The first three we always say.
I agree with you, but what's it called in my thing? It says that this rule, the same applies to Tal Omater. So yeah. So my question is going to be like this, right?
No, it's not because we don't say always. On Shabbos, for example, you don't say. So it's I mean the 90 days rule. It's that's what they mean, right?
Yeah.
But what I was trying to say, so it's almost 100 times or 95 times or whatever times on for the second lesson, but for the one in the years, so it's less, but 90 times, let's say. Okay.
So I was gonna have a question like this, okay? Now let's say usually you remember. Okay, so this is the best way to phrase it. Let's say the second bracha. I had kavana before Shemona Esrei. I'm gonna say the second bracha, okay? Now, because I had kavana that it's the winter time, whatever. Okay. Now, because I had this kavana for the second.
When we say 100, if he does not remember if he said it or not. If he for sure that remember that he did not say it, so that there's no question. This 90 times does not apply to him. Correct? We agree on this?
Agree.
Okay, go ahead. So just to make sure.
Okay. My question is like this. I'm saying because before, if he had kavana before, it doesn't matter. If he forgot, didn't forget afterwards. If he had kavana before, if he said Shemona Esrei, he's good. Pater. Correct? Okay. So now my question is like this. Because he had kavana for the second bracha, because he knew it was winter, does that, and because he had specifically kavana, does that same kavana also connect to the sixth bracha in the blessing of the years?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you can count on it. So this before starting Shemona Esrei, it's only 7 bracha. So you 10 seconds away. So for 10 seconds, maybe you're going to say to have this. I don't know, not 15 seconds. So for 15 seconds, we might rely on your kavana. But on 6 bracha, it's long. It's further away. I'm not sure.
Understood.
But this 100 times, this 30 days works for both of them. There is no contradiction. Okay, so we said that what he's assumed to have prayed. So even he didn't have any kavana this time as well, according to this habit, following the appropriate wording. Okay. So in one shul that I used to go, so there is always like there are few guys that would do everybody a favor, right? Why they would first of all they pray very fast. That's not a favor, but the favor that they pray very fast and they would say those phrases out loud to make sure, like out loud, that they they can hear themselves, the whole congregation hears. So I think in some sense it helps. Yeah, in a sense it's like the best reminder. Okay, according to this habit, following the appropriate wording. Okay, commenting. After this time, he is assumed to have acquired the new habit, meaning after 30 days, of reciting Mashiv Haruach. See Mishnah Berurah 114:36. There is a disagreement among the authorities whether the change in habit occurs as a result of reciting 90 times, or whether it occurs after observing the change over the periods of 30 days. let me read one more time. There is a disagreement among the authorities whether the change in habit occurs as a result of reciting 90 times, or whether it occurs after absorbing the change over the period of 30 days. Absorbing the change. On a regular day, Shmona Esrei is recited 3 times. Thus, after 30 days, Shmona Esrei is recited approximately 90 times. More precise count, however, yields more than 90 times, in which Mashiach HaRuach should be recited in that time period. Due to the prayer of Musaf, is also recited. Okay, so we have Rosh Chodesh, we have all this Shabbos and stuff like that. Conversely, the correct wording of the Baruch Aleinu will not be recited 90 times in 30 days. Conversely, the wording of Baruch Aleinu will not be recited 90 times in 30 days. Which makes sense. Which, since the blessing is not recited on Shmona Esrei on Shabbos. So okay, so let's try to understand what we just said. So they say, okay, no problem. We understand this 90 times, 30 days. It became his habit. No problem. 90 times is good. So, but it's going to work only for second bracha, right? Which is decided, as we said, always, and plus additional in the Musaf, right? So it's 90 times plus, right? That's no problem. Okay, but this Baruch Aleinu, he did not say 90 times, right? Because when we say 90 times, we count the Shabbos, and we don't say it on Shabbos. So it's less than 90. Okay, make sense? It's less than 90. Okay. Mishnah Berurah 114:37 writes that one should follow the linear opinion in both cases. Regarding Mashiach HaRuach, one should not repeat Shmona Esrei if one is unsure whether he has recited after the 1990 recitation, even if 30 days have not passed. Meaning with Shabbos, so maybe it's 88. I don't know how they count. Okay, but with regard Baruch Aleinu, 30 days suffices, even without 90 repetition, to create assumption that of the correct recitation. So let me summarize what it says here. So on one hand, we can count and we can say with the second blessing he said more than 90 times, right? With the sixth blessing, he did not say more. He said less. But he said, okay, since we have Shabbosim, right? He has, what is it, this Rosh Chodesh. So we can say, okay, no problem. We say Rosh Chodesh, Shabbos. So he can say even less than 30 days. Like my estimate, I would say, like, to be on the safe side, like even 28 days, right? 20 day after 28 days, let's say, we can say that if he forgot, he said he did not say it, so we can go leniently, and we can go leniently with the second Baruch Aleinu, meaning the second blessing, right? After 30 days. So after 30 days, even though it was less than 90, and he does not remember he said it or not. So we go by lenient view and we say that he said it. We good? So basically, I mean, Mishnah Berurah is amazing. Continue. However, if he is still within the 30 days from the time that that is changed, so now it's less than 30 days, then he must go back and pray Shmona Esrei again. So in both cases, I mean, he missed in second blessing, or he does not remember. Apologies, he does not remember if he said in the second blessing or in the sixth blessing. So he has to go back to the beginning and pray Shmona Esrei again. commentary. Before this time, we assume that he automatically follows the previous habit. Mishnah Brura 114:36. Okay. So I mean, I would say just gave us like a cutoff point. Right? Continue. This halacha applies likewise to the recitation al mutar, right? Tal umutar. If he is unsure whether he recited the appropriate phrase. Okay. I mean, tal mutar is in the sixth place. If he's unsure whether he recited the appropriate phrase, and if it is after he has already prayed 90 prayers correctly. So I mean, of course, we said correctly prayed. Okay, I mean, prayed meaning there was no doubts. I would say correctly does not mean, as you said, that he has kavana, but he had no doubts that he said it. These additions for 30 days. That's I guess it's a proper way to see it. We can rely based on his presumed habit that in this case too he has prayed correctly. Okay. However, before this time, when he's unsure, he must go back and pray Shemona Esrei again. So I mean, Kitzur is very clear. Commentary. See Shulchan 114.9. For another method by which one can change his habit in less than 30 days, which creates an assumption in the cases of doubt that he has already recited properly. So if I remember correctly, so he comes home and he says this phrase 100 times. And I said so. He said 100 times, and that's. We think that it's going to help him. Okay, so I think we can stop here. So we cover a lot of material, Baruch HaShem. Very important material. I mean, it's very detailed, but we must know this detail. But I always say to my guys, right? So you have to be like a very knowledgeable person to skip things. You understand? So, and when Bizrat Hashem, when we're going to get into what is it, into Birchas Hamazon and all of the omissions and all of the mistakes, it's like you have to be professor and a big rabbi to know how to fix it on all of the phrases. 3 lines to like I just say these 3 lines. You remember? No. So you better pay attention. The easiest way is to act stupid and don't remember anything and just read with your finger like pointing at the word. That's the best. So you cannot go wrong. And I saw rabbis that I respect, right? And I saw them to point fingers and they see them like a little babies. And I saw like a little boys. Unbelievable. No embarrassment, but I'm sure that he say every word properly. But that's the thing. Okay. Any questions?
Yes. So, question. Let's say someone's been from for like 5-10 years. Okay, right? How bad of an impression or hashkafa-wise is it for Ashkenaz? Okay, Ashkenaz, not to wear black and white.
There's okay. So black and white, it's like optional. It's not like, you see for a Jewish man, he has to dress modestly. So modestly meaning no like pink shorts or red short or like crazy keepers, right? That's modest. So if he wears like a long sleeve, like blue short, let's say, like slacks, pants, the dress pants, there is no problem. So I mean, so that doesn't just because that he does not dress black and white, so it's his personal choice, but it tells something that of his psyche. So don't say no. He can come in ripped jeans and then be a big tzaddik. Probably most probably not. Maybe deep inside that he is, but I would say just say your outlook, like the way you look, the way you dress, the way you behave, it's like have impression on your inside.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So if it's proper, if it's not, if it's for proper reasons, that's the thing. But just somebody told you that he was from, and I mean I don't know what it means. Maybe he would come to the show and say Shachar is in 35 minutes. And some time ago I was laughing. How can you say Shachar is in 45 minutes? But now I know, yeah, it's possible to say Shachar is in 35 minutes and still have a few conversations in between. I know. but if like this and in the middle he would say talk about baseball, I mean that's maybe that's the way per person was. Like I'm not talking about person that you gave example, but there are many people like that. Mm-hmm. So the years do not combine, do not grow like Rabbi Yash. I understand. They still the same on level on the first step, but they started 10 years ago. That's it.
So thank you. Second question is, now I want to know, Derek Clow, what's the general rule, okay, in regards to the ways of the Goyim. Now I'll give you a great example, I think, and that is an engagement ring, right? Now one could say, okay, listen, they had engagement rings 2,000 years ago. Rabbi Akiva gave it an engagement ring. No way. Okay, so ways of the Goyim, but someone else will say it's not the ways of the Goyim. So which one?
No. Okay, so first of all, it is a Jewish custom. So the Goyim did not have weddings. So the way for Goyim, so they have a very simple law. So and it's not trying to offend anybody, right? So if this Chris saw this Maria lady on the market, wherever on the mall, he said, let's get married. And they go to her place, to his place, they married, and there is no problem. There is no sin involved. You understand? They're married. So if they don't cheat on each other, there is no problem whatsoever. After 3 days, they decided to get divorced, and he goes back to his place. She stays in this. So there is no problem. It's absolutely everything legal, and they could be considered as righteous people. All of this weddings, all of this, whatever they do, it's in the church, this and that. It's copied from our tradition, from our chuppah. So in the olden days, so the wedding consists of two parts, nisuim and kedushin, right? So first part, when this groom would come to the bride and said, "I wanna marry you, and here I want to give you something of value." And she said, "Okay, I agree to marry you." Okay, they discuss things, that how much dowry she's going to get. This, okay, they discussed, and after they discussed, he said, "I want to marry you." She knows all of the details. He gives her anything of value. He could give her a ring, diamond ring, no diamond ring, bubble gum, whatever she agreed to marry him for a bubble gum, for a sack of potato. If something is worth some value, she's accepted. That's it. She's married, and then it would take some time. Like most of it was a year, or like 9 months, 6 months. Like she would stay in her parents' house, prepare all the things. So now she would need separate pillows, separate this, separate blankets, stuff like that. It was all done privately, manually. Right? She would do it, all of the things, and then they do chuppah, and they move into one apartment. So it was Jewish custom. It's always Jewish custom. Then what non-Jewish custom is when she gives him a ring. That's a Jewish thing. So they want to be Christians, all this nonsense, want to be equal, and they give him a ring. There's no purpose. You understand? It's like you buying something. You want to buy, I don't know, whatever you buy. You want to buy a computer, so you give deposit. Okay, don't sell the computer, please don't. I mean, today is a different world, but in olden days, so you leave deposit in the store, you give them $200, and I'm going to go to my bank, to my mother, to this, to that. I'm going to bring the rest of the money. So with this $200, he holds this computer. You bring him the rest. So it's exactly like that.
My question wasn't. Thank you. My question was more so in regards to. At least I know how the Litvish do it. I think everybody does it that way. Where when after the shidduch, right? They say, okay, let's get married, right? Then they have the wedding in whenever it is, 5 months, 6.
Well, so okay, your video is frozen.
Am I good now?
Okay, no, let's say it again. Let's say
Yeah.
they had shidduch, and then what?
Yeah. So I'm saying they had a shidduch, then 6 months later, okay?
6 months. Okay, yes.
Yeah. Well, during the wedding, then they give the silver ring. Okay, that's the ring that they get married with. I'm talking about after the shidduch. Okay, girl says she's married. What does she want to do? She wants to go to the office, show a diamond ring. So I'm talking about an additional ring that they get to show, because usually the minhag is just to get a silver ring. I'm saying they get an additional ring that's a diamond ring because she wants to show it off. I'm saying, is that part goyish?
I mean, he can give you gifts, and gifts he can give you a dress, or he can give you a computer, or a spare tire for your car, or he can give you a diamond ring, whatever she wants. You see, when I say bubble gum, right? I was not joking. So she must agree on the whatever thing is that she's going to agree. If she wants this diamond ring, she said, "I'm not going to marry you unless you give me a diamond ring. That's my condition." So he cannot marry her until he is satisfied this condition. Or I'm not going to marry you unless we're going to live in $1 million like mansion, let's say. And do you understand? So I mean that's a condition. So it does not make it goyish, basically.
So when is something considered the ways of the goyim? When is it?
Okay, to watch sports. So all of these tough guys and all of this say that this. Just ask me, do you have TV at home? Do you watch sports? Ooh, you go to the stadium and people are half naked and they curse. Very nice, yeah. You understand? So watching sports, like go to movies. Some people, modern Orthodox, go to movies, right? And go to all of the entertainment things, especially in the summer. So one time, like I don't know, a few years ago, I told my wife, let's go take a walk by Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah, but Brooklyn Bridge, it's Sunday, like it's close to traffic, so like there is a carousel there, and well, it's not nice. So after 2.5 minutes, I said, we're leaving. We're not going to stay there. Half naked ladies, and it was not even summer. It was like in the spring. It was cold. I was in a jacket. You understand? So, but the other people were in Kippur were still no problem. They feel perfectly fine. That's the issue.
But for example, going to, let's say, a carousel or something. Let's say someone goes to Dumbo in Manhattan, right? Would there be a problem not going the ways of the goyim, but a problem to see a guy saying, see, he likes the carousel, I like the carousel. Okay, we're the same thing, basically.
It's for children. I mean, you're not going for yourself. You have little kids, so they enjoy it. So you go for entertaining to entertain the kids.
Understood.
That's a different. But you have any other like different examples of what you're trying to?
No, I'm saying just.
Okay, all of these things like I don't know, the sports. I mean, because sports is the big one. Other things. I don't know. Like I don't know but many things. The way people dress, people like in the 60s, right? Some they still want to look like they were in teens. So the guy would come in a Barney shirt, like the Barney, the collar. like a guy, like he has grandchildren, he would come in a shul in this kind of shorts. Like, you normal? Yeah. You understand? Or sneakers is like all of these things. Like they try to fit. So they when they walk in the street, and the baseball hat. So nobody don't know they're Jewish.
I understand. What's it called? Okay. So basically, the ways the goyim is, okay, when people just act like no. Let's say they do something that's not Yiddishkeit. Okay, let's say I don't know. They get a haircut that's out of style, out of goyish style. Before it was in goyish style, now it's not in goyish style. Is that considered the ways the goyim or no?
Yeah. So that's I mean there's some like styles from 80s, from 90s, whatever they want. So they that's what they do. So all of the things like people try to fit in. Yeah, understand? So it's I don't know why they're doing this, but that's the problem for sure.
And last one. Let's say I get mamish the newest iPhone. Not like, okay, I get it later on when it's cheaper, but I want the newest iPhone. I'm getting it. Is that the way the goyim or no? Because
or this cell phone?
not to get a cell phone, but I'm saying, okay, let's say you have an iPhone 10, 2 years old. Okay, no problem. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, let's say brand new comes out. You're already the first one.
Of course, yeah, yes, of course. And before this class, I had another class, and I learned there. So for Bittul Torah, it's actually the quote was from Yov, right? So HaShem is going to punish so much. The punishment is going to be so big, the guy would not have a time to swallow his saliva from one punishment to another for Bittul Torah. So one person knows like what the punishment awaits one. So he has time to watch the sports. Like I saw this guy. He davened on Yom Kippur, and he cried on Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah. He was a Bald Phil, one of the Bald Phil. And on Shabbos, I heard him speaking. You normal? I say Rabbi. I call him Rabbi. I say Rabbi. I said Shabbos Rabbi, and he was yeah. And he's a good Shabbos, and he was like in a conversation with somebody. I just walked by. I mean, what can I say? The guy have the time of his life.
And last question, and so can go. So let's say I walk into class, right? I walk into shir, okay, or something like that. Always when I walk into shir, there's this one boy who speaks lashon hara. Okay, am I allowed to walk into the shir or no?
In a share, so who is giving share? A rabbi giving share?
A rabbi's giving share. Rabbi's giving share.
But this boy is supposed to be quiet. I don't understand. What's the problem with lashon hara?
No, he screams a bit. Okay, not like screams, but he likes to call out.
I mean, but you have to be there in a class. I mean, I don't understand what is the connection.
I'm saying like this. I'm saying just like we can't do Torah, right? We can't study Torah if we have another mitzvah. How much more so can we not study Torah if we're going to do an avera through going to study Torah? You see? Because by me going right away, I'm putting a stumbling block for him. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, what's that? That he start talking bad about you?
Yes, like that.
No, it's not stumbling block. I mean, if you don't provoke the guy, if you just came in and you sat down, how are you a stumbling block? Okay, so our job is to learn Torah. So if he has if he does not want to learn Torah and he chose to be to make fun of you or make a mockery out of you, so it's his own problem, personal problem.
Yeah.
So, but your job is to be quiet, and all of his merits is going to come to your account. And it says the one who is quiet, he comes after 120 years, and they bring all this minutes and say, no, whoa, it's not me. I didn't know. Say, yeah. This guy, remember this guy spoke Lashon Hara about you? You remember you did not answer. Remember? HaShem said all of his merits goes to your account. And opposite is also true, right? This guy comes and he said, whoa, where's my man? That's it? 2.5 mitzvah? Yeah, 2.5 mitzvah just before you died. What? Yeah, before you died. There's one opportunity you could not speak, right? And you had no opportunity to say Lashon Hara. And so, okay, that's two mitzvahs you got. So, okay. Israel, any questions? You good?
About the clothing, I isolate the question. Maybe a Hasidic guy or Hasidic people get offended if another from Sephardim, a Sephardic dress in the same white and black. May they get offended?
No. It's, black and white is not Hasidic at all, right? Black and white is a Jewish way, but many things. For example, like I don't know, there's a long coat, right? So rabbis is like the one. Some of them, right? So who want the special respect, they want to wants to, or they have a position, right? The special position in Rosh Hashiva, they have to dress differently, like a long coat, right? Hasidic, even like everybody wear, but this for rabbis. Okay, let's say, right? So there is no standard for others. So they take this long coat like a standard, and they wear, and some semi-Bukharians, right? So these Bukharians have it. They wear the same long coat, and same hats as Litvish wear. Yeah, understand? So there's no like a monopoly on the clothing. Of course, when you go to the hats and Hasidic, like all of the different, one would have different hats. The big one, big brim, small one, round, square, whatever. I don't know. All of these different shapes, you can tell who is who, but otherwise, black and white is not anybody's monopoly. Okay.
Well, I thought that it was a Sephardi couldn't use that black white.
Say it again. I didn't get it.
I thought Sephardim couldn't use the black and white.
No. I mean, if you look at everybody, like except maybe these big rabbis, that the chief rabbi of Israel, right? They wear like blue, right? I think like blue like coat and stuff like that. All of them wear black and white. Oh my God, Rabbi Obadiah's the children. Look at them.
Rabbi, I actually have a picture over here, but long story short, all yeshiva Sephardim, they all wear exactly like Litvish, as far as I know. The only
yes. Okay, so I mean, it's like the top standard. The top standard. Sephardic in the countries where they came from, nobody dressed like that. They came from Middle Eastern countries. Nobody dressed like that. It's European style. Is it Jewish style? No, it's not Jewish style. Short jacket, like if you look at the all writings of the Rav Israel Salanter. So he said that, you know what he's one, that people start wearing short jackets, like whatever we wear today. That is considered to be short. So not all the way long, but Hasidim wear, but short. So he was warning about that. I mean, of course, he predicted it's more even worse times to come, but that's already not. You can see it's not Jewish custom. Yes. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Israel, you good? Okay. So let's stop here. So good night. Until tomorrow, B'ezrat Hashem, same time.
אני מברך את הרבנים, רגע. אני מברך את הרבנים, הרב ירון ראובן, הרב אפרים כחלון, ראשי ארגון בעזרת השם, שהלכו בפי עליון, שעלו מעלה, יהיה להם ברכה והצלחה, הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא בישועות ליבם לטובה ולברכה, שבכל מה שיפנו ישכילו ויצליחו, יזכו לעשות כאלה וכאלה, הודיעו תורה לאדירה, אמן ואמן.
בעזרת השם רשת בכל הארץ. הוא היהודי הזה, הוא היה מיליונר, סגר את כל הביזנס, אמר אני משקיע פה בעולמה של תורה.
איפה הוא גר?
בפלורידה.
פלורידה, איפה זה פלורידה? באמריקה.
במיימי. כן, ליד. אנחנו שם עכשיו הולכים להקים קהילה ספרדית.
חזק אותו בשמי.
קהילה ספרדית גדולה.
תעבירו מה שבירכתי אותו.
כן, קהילה ספרדית גדולה.
כן.